Just obviously this has to be brief, but what I've been involved in, it's no mystery to me that Ireland is one of the few countries. I think Ireland and Suriname, in a little country in South America, are the only two countries of the original signatories not to have ratified the UN CRPD. Now, it's no surprise to me. We have just won the most significant voting case in Irish history. You wouldn't know that from the media. When they hear anything about disability, their eyes glaze over. But the state is the same. It's embedded in society because we've taken disability to be a charity issue. And it isn't, it's a rights issue because there's no other way of letting people know. We have the Disability Act. It's pathetic, it's anemic, and it should be replaced because its only watchdog is the Ombudsman. And it's ridiculous. But even the Disability Act, for what it does, it's routinely ignored. It's third-class law for third-class people. And the UN CRPD would give us a solid grounding and a solid basis. And maybe that's what our state is afraid of, because it thinks it'll just cost money. It doesn't see the benefits. Everything is down to how much things cost, like in a free market. And obviously they don't see the benefits of, there's a lot of short-term, long-term gain, obviously. But we took this case. There's 53,000 blind people, according to the last census in Ireland. 250,000 people with partial sight, according to the Deloitte and Touche survey commissioned by the NCBI in 2011. That is no small figure. Now, we were being asked, there was some arcane stuff about secret ballot or something. I believe I won the right to vote because the actual right, it was Mandela moment. Because when I go into a voting booth, I needed a sighted person to be able to vote for me. And I had no way of verifying what way they had voted at all. None. Now, that wouldn't have been acceptable to anybody else, yet we were expected to put up with it. But not only that, this is the crux. They ignored us. They completely ignored us. And we kept going to them saying, you need to change it. The first time I went, they actually told me to bring them to court. That was 2011. 3 years later, I finally did that. But we didn't jump into court. We gave them, and the state is after spending at least $1 million and aggressively trying to defend the indefensible. So ingrained is it. But the attitude comes from, who is this upstart? Who's this outsider? Who do they think they are, telling us how to do our business? Do they not know they're just disabled people? They should know their place. He doesn't wear a suit. He's not an insider. He's no qualifications to tell us how to do our jobs. We're the experts. You know, we remain voiceless. You would think, with given the figures I said earlier on, that we should have 8 TDs, 8 representatives in the Dáil who are blind or visually impaired. Not at all. And it won't happen. We can't even get to constituency clinics. 86% unemployment among blind people. And we can't afford taxis to get to that's the only way we can find a constituency office to even talk to a TD. So you'd think then, given all that they would actually be delighted to listen to you. It's a new perspective. Again, what's good for us is good for everybody. An example of the point, I'll just say, we're working on the copyright bill. We want, okay, I'll finish. We want, now this is an example, that video wasn't audio described. The literature here today isn't in an accessible format. All stuff nowadays begins in an accessible format because it's done on computer. You know, this is the sort of everyday stuff that we're facing. The copyright bill will make this, the Act will make it the stuff given to libraries and distributed to everybody who needs it. Imagine learning for free. Anyway, that's my bit. Thanks.